Okay, students, we are going to make a cityscape using the first 16 digits of pi. So what you're going to need for today is the number pi, the first 16 numbers. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it starts with a 3 and ends with a 3. We know that pi is an irrational number and it goes on forever and does not have a pattern. We only need the first 16 numbers. Okay. You're also going to need several sheets of paper, just white paper. If you have it, plain white is the best. I have a few different papers here that I'm going to talk about, and a ruler, and a pencil, and some markers. You will also need eventually some scissors, and if you have them, for your background, some watercolors. Watercolors work best on thick paper, so we will talk about that later. If you have watercolors, that would be great. Make sure for the background you will be using thick paper. If you have thick paper, I would just use it for the whole project. If you don't, it's okay. All right, we don't need those things today though. So for today, we're going to be making our own graph paper. And I've already started a few sheets here. So you need 16 columns of graph paper. Okay, so I started drawing it out here, but there's some rules. The graph paper has to be, each column, at least 9 inches. So I'm gonna show you. Let's just I'm gonna flip my ruler this way and show you how I have this. Now, if you have your paper vertical, if you just have 8.5 by 11, which is a normal sheet of paper, printing paper, you will have to turn your paper vertical. I have here, I'm gonna show you, each square is 1 inch. About. We will do our best. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is the highest number that we will need to graph. There's a few 9s here with pi, okay? So what I did is I measured out 9 inches right here, and then I just drew the line at the top all the way across. And then I used just the thickness of my ruler to draw the vertical lines. It's a little easier that way. So I drew a line, nice and straight, all the way across my paper. Now, for these lines, the horizontal lines, they have to be 1 inch each. So what I did is I made a dot or a little line here, and then I did the same thing on the end, a little line, and then I connected it line to line, and I did the same thing all the way up. Each is 1 inch apart. So look. 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. So if I zoom in a little bit, you can see it even better. Okay. Now this gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 columns. We know we need 16. So if you are doing this, you will need to start, you'll need to make another page with 7, and then another page with a few more, okay? Now, if you have paper that is thick, excuse me, this paper is thick, but that's not the most important part. This paper is a little bigger. You will see that I was able to turn my paper this way, horizontal, because it's already 9 inches. Normal typing paper is only 8.5. So I wanted to do it this way, but it wasn't long enough. See, it went past, my ruler went past the paper. So you have to do it the right way. So each box is 9 inches. Once you have your graph paper with all the boxes, you can use pie to start coloring in your graph. For example, the first number is 3. I'm just going to write it there at the top. And then you want to think, what color do you want your buildings? Do you want it many different colors? Do you want them all one color? Do you want a pattern like black, blue, black, blue? That's something you will need to decide. Later on, we can put little windows and decorate our buildings. But for now, we're just gonna color them in. I'm gonna start by coloring my buildings in with black. So I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3 for the first number, and I can color it in, the first number. I like to make a little rectangle. If you do not have markers, colored pencils or crayons will also work. I think markers will look the best though. Okay, so that's my first box. And then you can keep going. The next box is 1, so I only color 1. And then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, thanks for watching.